Wait. Alrighty, guys. Before we begin, I want you to remember something. Can I ask you something? What if your life could start changing tomorrow morning? Not next year, not next month, not someday. Just tomorrow morning.
Imagine this. Your alarm rings. Your hand reaches for the snooze button. But this time, you don't press it. You stand up, open the window, take one deep breath, and without even realizing it, you've already won the first battle of your day.
Because here's something beautiful. Your future isn't built by one big decision. It's built by the small promises you keep to yourself. And today, we're going to make the very first one together. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Whether you're listening on your morning walk, driving to work, making breakfast, or simply enjoying a quiet moment, we're truly happy you're here.
Seriously, out of millions of podcasts, you choose to spend a few minutes with us. And honestly, that means more than you know.
This isn't a classroom. There's no pressure, no boring lessons, and definitely no fear of making mistakes.
Because real English isn't learned by memorizing hundreds of grammar rules. It's learned through stories, through laughter, through conversations, and through moments that feel real.
I'm Ava.
And I'm Alex.
We're not here to make English more difficult.
We're here to make it feel natural, comfortable, and maybe even your favorite part of the day.
So, grab your coffee, take a slow, deep breath, and just relax.
Because for the next few minutes, forget you're studying English. Just enjoy the conversation.
Welcome to Speak English with Podcast, where every conversation brings you one step closer to speaking English with confidence.
Alex, Ava, can I tell you a tiny secret?
That depends. Should I be worried?
Maybe just a little.
All right, I'm listening.
This morning, my alarm went off at exactly 6 o'clock. And for about 3 seconds, I actually believed I was going to become one of those morning people.
Oh, the famous 3-second motivation. I know it well.
Exactly. For 3 beautiful seconds, I imagined a perfect morning. I'd go for a walk, make a healthy breakfast, read 10 pages, practice English, drink coffee, and probably become a millionaire before 8 o'clock.
Social media has really convinced us that successful people have magical mornings.
Right? Every video says, wake up at 5, take an ice bath, meditate, read 50 pages, run 10 kilometers. Meanwhile, I'm negotiating with my blanket.
Negotiating?
Oh yes, my blanket says, Alex, it's warm in here. Stay another 5 minutes. And honestly, it makes some very convincing arguments.
You know what's funny?
What?
My pillow does exactly the same thing. Every morning it whispers, "You worked hard yesterday. You deserve more sleep. Tomorrow can wait."
Exactly. Why does my bed always sound like such a wise philosopher at 6 in the morning?
But here's something I've learned. The hardest part isn't waking up early. It's making one tiny decision before your excuses wake up.
Wow, I've never thought about it like that.
Most people think motivation changes their habits. But honestly, motivation comes and goes. Habits stay.
That reminds me of something I once heard. The life you dream about is hidden inside the little things you do every day. I didn't understand that quote back then. Now, I think I finally do.
Me too, because nobody wakes up one morning and suddenly becomes successful. They simply keep one small promise to themselves every single day.
You know, that's actually kind of beautiful. And honestly, I think that's exactly how learning English works too.
Absolutely. One conversation, one new expression, one little improvement at a time.
And speaking of English, there's something Americans say all the time that perfectly fits this conversation. Want to learn it?
Let's do it.
Ava, a minute ago, you said something that reminded me of a very common American expression.
Really? Which one?
Instead of saying, I woke up late, Americans usually say, I overslept.
Exactly. You'll hear it everywhere. At work, at school, even in movies.
For example, sorry I'm late. I overslept. Simple, natural, very American.
Let's make it even more natural. Imagine your best friend calls you. They ask, "Why are you late?" You probably won't say, "I woke up later than expected." You'll simply say, "I overslept."
That already sounds more fluent.
Exactly. Because fluent English isn't about using difficult words. It's about using the words real people use.
Here's another one I absolutely love. Instead of saying, I'm very tired, native speakers often say, I'm running on fumes.
I love that expression.
Me too. It doesn't mean there are real fumes. It's just a funny way to say, I have almost no energy left.
For example, I only slept 4 hours. I'm running on fumes today.
I think I've said that at least 100 times.
Here's one you'll hear almost every day in America. I could really use.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Instead of saying, I want coffee, native speakers often say, I could really use a coffee. Or, I could really use a vacation. I could really use some sleep.
It sounds so much more relaxed.
Exactly. And relaxed English sounds natural.
Okay, your turn. Imagine it's Monday morning. You only slept 3 hours. You have 2 meetings. Your phone won't stop ringing. How would you say it?
You could say, I'm running on fumes. Perfect.
Now imagine you missed your alarm. Your boss asks, what happened?
You smile and say, I overslept. Easy, natural, confident.
One more. Imagine it's freezing outside. You walk into a cozy coffee shop. The smell of coffee fills the room. What do you say?
I could really use a hot coffee.
Perfect. Now, listen carefully. Notice something?
We didn't learn 3 difficult words. We learned 3 expressions that millions of Americans use every single day.
And here's a little secret. People don't sound fluent because they know more grammar. They sound fluent because they use natural expressions at the right moment.
Remember this quote, fluency isn't speaking faster, it's speaking naturally.
Beautiful. And now it's your turn to speak. Not tomorrow, not later, right now.
Take a deep breath, smile, and repeat after me. Welcome to Shadow with Ava. Welcome to my favorite part of today's episode. This isn't listening anymore. This is your moment to speak.
Don't worry about sounding perfect. Nobody does. Even native speakers make mistakes.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't come before speaking. It comes because you keep speaking. Take a slow, deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Smile just a little. Ready? Let's begin. I woke up early. I feel full of energy. Today is a fresh start. I'm ready for anything. One small habit can change my whole day. Excellent. I overslept again. I'm running on fumes. I could really use another coffee. I'm getting into the habit of waking up early. Little by little, I'm becoming more confident. Fantastic! Imagine you're talking to your best friend. Ready? Sorry I'm late. I overslept. How are you today? I'm feeling refreshed. What are your plans? I'm going for a morning walk. Would you like coffee? I could really use one. Amazing!
Okay, this time, no copying. Answer with your own voice.
Question 1. What time did you wake up today? Wonderful! Question 2. How do you feel right now? Excellent! Question 3. What's one habit you want to build? Beautiful! Every answer you speak makes your English stronger. Now, repeat after me, but this time with confidence. I believe in myself. I'm improving every single day. I don't need to be perfect. I only need to keep going. My English gets better every conversation. My future starts today.
Did you notice what just happened? 5 minutes ago, you were listening. Now, you're speaking real English. That's progress.
And remember this beautiful thought. The voice you practice today becomes the confidence you carry tomorrow. Now, stay with us, because before we finish, there's one story I think you'll remember long after this episode ends.
Ava, before we finish, can I ask you one last question?
Always.
What if someone listening today has tried again and again to wake up early to learn English, to build better habits, but every time they start, they stop? What would you tell them?
I'd tell them something I wish someone had told me. Stop measuring your life by your perfect days. Measure it by the days you chose not to give up. Because one difficult morning doesn't define you. One missed alarm doesn't define you. One bad week doesn't define you. What defines you is that you're willing to begin again.
Begin again. I like that.
Every sunrise is life whispering to you, here's another chance. Not to become perfect, but to become a little better than yesterday.
You know, I met someone a few years ago, an elderly man. Every morning he sat at the same little cafe, same table, same coffee, same smile. One day I asked him, "What's your secret?" He smiled, looked out the window, and said, "The happiest people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never stop starting over." I never forgot that.
Neither will I, because that's exactly how we learn English. Not one perfect lesson, not one perfect pronunciation, not one perfect day. One conversation, one sentence, one smile, one small improvement at a time.
If today you learned just one new expression, that's progress. If today you spoke just one sentence out loud, that's progress. If today you simply believed in yourself a little more, that's progress too.
Before we say goodbye, take one slow breath with us. Breathe in hope. Breathe out fear. Now, make yourself one promise. Not a big one, just one small promise. Maybe tomorrow morning you'll wake up 10 minutes earlier. Maybe you'll listen to 5 minutes of English. Maybe you'll simply believe that you're capable of becoming fluent.
Remember, fluency isn't a destination. It's a journey, built one conversation at a time.
And we'd love to be part of that journey with you. Thank you for sharing these moments with us.
If today's conversation made you smile or taught you something new, share it with someone who's learning English just like you.
And tell us in the comments, what's one promise you're making to yourself tomorrow morning? We'll be reading every single one.
Next week, we're talking about how to stop overthinking using real conversations, simple English, and expressions native speakers actually use. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.
Until then, be kind to yourself. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep growing.
And remember, every expert was once a beginner who refused to quit.
Take care, keep smiling, and keep speaking.
We'll see you in the next episode of Speak English With Podcast.